Praveen Kumar Kesari's satire is a voice that is not only heard but felt. He does not write words, he records the heartbeats of truth. Every one of his creations forces you to think before smiling, because his satire is not just. Sometimes his pen cracks the walls of the system, and sometimes it gives voice to the silence within us. Writer, poet, lyricist, and advocate, these are not just four identities but four dimensions of the same thought, to speak the truth gracefully and to hold up a mirror to society. This time he has brought his new satirical work, License to Fraud, a satire that is not just read but digs deep, where behind laughter lies resentment and behind every question is a full document of truth. In our country, fraud is not a crime, it is a cultural activity. Just as every neighborhood has a pawn shop, every colony has a fraudster. Some promise investment in restaurants, some promise to double gold, and some promise government jobs. In this great country, if any business flourishes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without worrying about GST, it is fraud. Even if no one has a license for fraud, the license of greed lies in every Indian's pocket like an Aadhaar card. This society is a huge self-help organization. Here, the number of fraudsters is so high that even a fraudster in the crowd should be considered a caste, and greed should be included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution as the oldest and most influential language of India. Because every religion, every state, every class speaks it fluently. Its sole purpose is to make oneself a fool, and fraudsters, poor things, are skilled artisans who merely break into the weak walls of our trust. Illusion. The situation is such that in our country more gurus of greed line up to be cheated than those cheating. Until a new market baba, a Bitcoin broker, an insurance yogi, or a coaching guru is cheated, we do not find peace. And then they say, God tested us. Sometimes it feels that fraud is not a person but a spirit that accompanies every deal by default. The law book is written in golden letters, be vigilant. The book does not see whose intention cheated whom. Therefore, our Reserve Bank prints currency notes as if a jeweler is cutting diamonds and on the other hand, chit funds. And when fraud happens, who is responsible? Neither the government, nor the institution, nor the fraudster, just a mute wall. Your awareness is your greatest protective shield. Like a man standing before a lion saying, I am Shakahari, then one day when a chit. Meanwhile, the white-clad owner smiles faintly while going to jail and says, look sir, we wrote on the last page of the prospectors, line number 6, putting as many asterisks as stars in a constellation stating the risks of the investment market. This sweet symphony of 1 and 3 and 2 and 6 is actually a classical fusion of the common man's greed, the system's weakness, and the fraudster's cunning. Now every scheme in the market comes with 2 bonuses, one is a vaccine of hope and the other a mask of deception. The media applies cajole with the fire of wake up customer, wake up, and with another fire prints or airs advertisements promising triple money or 6 times jewelry, creating such confusion that we forget to distinguish between reality shows and real estate scams. If the scheme's brand ambassador is a famous actor, a retired cricketer, or a nobleman cloaked as a finance guru on Instagram and a neighbor or relative recommends it, then we easily invest our hard-earned money. Now managers wearing ties are doing the same work, the method of promotion has changed. The product is the same. Earlier, promotion was free, now advertisements are given legally with licenses and organized fraud business is going on. And when someone is cheated, society's attitude is also worth seeing. If a woman cries after being cheated, she gets a treasure of tears granted by nature as well as a crowd of sympathy. Poor thing, the in-laws are bad, fate was unlucky, the bread was also burnt. And along with that, her photo is viral in Godfather-style lighting, but if the same happens to a poor man, society makes him a motivational speaker. And if a man cries, 4 people put their hands on his shoulders and say, what kind of man is this, crying? And the next day, the same lion due to EMI stops roaring and becomes a mute wolf. The punishment for being a man is that even the license to cry is not easily given. It must be taken with evidence and guarantee cards. Without OTP, neither tears can flow nor social sympathy. The funny thing is that every ruined person admits that nowadays fraud is everywhere. But as soon as 4 pennies come into the pocket, the format button of old fraud memories is pressed and new software is installed in the brain, maybe this time. Between the art of fraud and our desire, everyone here is playing their role with full honesty. The question is that the next one's scheme of 1 to 3 is being given in the name of education, competition, or job, and the story is being found. Online, everywhere exposes the entire system. After all, the world is sustained on hope and the fraudsters' shops also flourish around these hopes. The truth is that now fraudsters have also updated. Earlier fraud was done on local carts. Now it is done through Apple Store and Google Ads. The fraudster now speaks respectfully, explains terms in English, and asks for your bank OTP beforehand so that you can fully experience the legal process of being defrauded. And the biggest satire is that some people become so professional after being cheated that they start recruiting fraudsters themselves, as if starting a new startup after doing an MBA. My time will come, brother, I got cheated, now it's others' turn. So next time if K.